ready to present at the getting ready to start the peak performance.
As you know, every diabolical scheme that I've hatched has been thwarted by Austin Powers. And why is that, ladies and gentlemen?
Because you never kill him when you get the chance to, and you're a big dope.
No. Austin Powers always defeats me because he has mojo.
Mojo?
Mojo.
Have you lost your mojo? That's what today's Savvy Sales Lady Live is all about. Mojo. Don't lose your mojo. All right. Mojo means charm. That's what it really means. It's charm. And you need charm when selling, don't you? Sometimes we lose our charm. Yeah, baby. I can't do it as good as Austin. But losing your mojo also means losing your motivation. So let's go into, hold on. Let's go into what today we're going to talk about. And that is low motivation creates what? Okay? And the question you should be asking yourself, what to do, and you need to tackle it daily. That's what you need to do. I just got an update that StreamYard is having problems streaming on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, jump over to either YouTube or LinkedIn. Okay? Sorry about that. I don't know why they're having issues with Facebook, but I just got an alert. So let's get back to your mojo. Low motivation. Now, when you feel this lack of motivation, like you just can't make yourself motivated to do sales or to do those cold calls, what happens is the low motivation creates low follow-up, which creates low engagement with the prospect, and then low planning and a low strategy. Essentially, low motivation stifles all your efforts when it comes to selling or anything. Maybe you lack motivation for losing weight. You know you have to lose weight, but you lack the motivation to do everything you need to do to lose weight. For example, we all know calories in, calories out. Okay, we all know that if you want to lose weight, that you need to combine both weight loss with exercise to help speed up the weight loss. But let's just say you are so busy you can't fit in exercise every day. What's the one decision you can make then if you want to lose weight? Well, that is that you watch what you eat. You watch calories in, calories out. The same thing when selling. If you lack motivation to do those sales calls and to do those follow-up calls, pick the things that are the absolute essential for you to do and focus on them that day. Just focus on them that day. Because when your motivation or desire is low, well, guess what happens? It creates a lack of commitment to your own selling success, which will cause you to miss or reschedule appointments. How many of you have ever done that? Have you ever missed or rescheduled appointments because you just weren't motivated to go through the whole process again? Have you done that? So that leads to the big question. The question you should be asking yourself, and that is, why? Why are you not motivated? Why do you have low motivation? That's the first question you should ask. Are you unhappy with the work you're doing? Did a big disappointment occur? Maybe a big sale you were counting on folded at the 11th hour, causing you to have all of this disappointment and frustration. Boy, I know all about that. I've had that happen too. Could those be the reasons on why you have low motivation? I want to impress upon you to analyze this. Analyze what is really causing that low motivation. All right, what to do? What should you do? Let's face it, sales is a hard profession due to the constant rejection. It can beat the best of us down, right?
You know, living with you, it hasn't been easy. People see me, but they think of you. Now with all this going on, this is gonna be worse than ever.
It don't have to be.
No, sure it does.
Why? You got a lot going on, kid.
Oh, what, my last name? That's the reason I got a decent job. That's the reason why people deal with me in the first place. Now I start to get a little ahead. I start to get a little something for myself, and this happens. Now I'm asking you as a favor not to go through with this, okay? This is only gonna end up bad for you, and it's gonna end up bad for me.
You think I'm hurting you?
Yeah, in a way you are.
That's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I know that's not what you want to do, but that's just the way that it is. Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke and that I'm gonna be included in that? Do you think that's right? Do you?
You ain't gonna believe this. But you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother.
I absolutely love that scene in Rocky Balboa, and there's just so many good nuggets in that scene. When you don't believe in yourself, you stop being you. Have you stopped being you? And sometimes when you lack motivation, you lack belief in yourself. So I really want you to think about that. that scene, I think, is just so beautiful. And it teaches us all to believe in ourselves. So, I want to offer this to you because I have seen this video a million times. A million times. It's my go-to all the time when I feel myself slipping or need inspiration. And that's what I want you to replace with. Instead of looking for motivation, look to be inspired. When the big sale collapses, get back up, determined to win the next one. When the rejection delivers punch after punch after punch, get back on the phone again and make things happen. Look for ways to be inspired instead of looking for motivation. Okay? That's why I want to go to the next, tackle it daily. Yes. You need to stay ahead of this. You have to tackle the motivation and the inspiration daily. That's why I have said for a gazillion times, and I'm going to say it one more time, and that is make sure every morning before you start your day, you read something inspirational or you watch something inspirational. It's so important to start your day because you will get derailed during your sales day. It happens all the time. And you have to prepare yourself for that derailment so that when you do get derailed, it doesn't impact you as much as if you weren't prepared for it. Sometimes when little things happen to me during the day that could become a major derailment, it just rolls off of me because, all right, this is part of sales. This is just a part of it. And you've got to get to that point. And in order to get to that point, you have to continually inspire yourself instead of looking for other people to motivate you. One of the other suggestions that I'd like to make is if you need material to inspire yourself, read autobiographies. I mean, there are all kinds of autobiographies out there of tales of famous people, of wealthy people that came from nothing, but they persevered and they developed resilience. And they kept the dream alive in their head, and they kept looking towards that as their inspiration. Read other people's life stories to gather, just bits and pieces of things that you can do in your daily life to help move you forward so you don't get stuck in low motivation or having no desire to do your job. So many times salespeople come to me and they'll say, I don't think I'm right for sales. I don't think I can do it. It's not that they can't do it. Anybody can do sales. Anybody can do sales if they have the right mindset, desire, and inspiration to do it. If you can learn, then you can do sales, right? It's just learning how to do the process. It's learning know how to have sales conversations. It's using your intuition to realize maybe something isn't quite right there, and you start going down another line of questioning. with the prospect. If you can learn your ABCs, if you can learn math, you can learn how to sell. So the question isn't, I don't think I have the right stuff to sell. The question is, do you have the right desire? Do you have the right desire? You know, I want to say maybe it's been 20 years ago. I went through an experiential workshop. And one of the things that I came out with on the other side of that experiential workshop was making a difference. How can I make a difference to my clients and prospects every single day? How can I make a difference in their business and in their life? How can I make their business and their life easier and simpler? And I still subscribe to that philosophy in my sales coaching and my training firm. I still do it today. How can I make a difference? When you shift your mindset away from the rejection, and when it seems like failure after failure after failure, as Rocky Balboa said, you stop being you. You stop believing in yourself, and then you start this whole process of maybe I'm not good enough for sales. Maybe I'm not smart enough for sales. Yes, you are. If you can learn, like I said, if you can learn, you can do sales. You have to believe in yourself. You have to constantly ask yourself questions. What went right? What went wrong? Ruh-roh. What went right and what went wrong? There, I said it. All right, those are good questions to ask yourself. And don't wait till the end of the year. Do it every week. End your Friday by looking at a glance at everything that happened all through the week. What went right? What went wrong? Where do you need to improve? Where do you excel? It's just as important to examine what you've done well and what you've excelled at, just as it is important to look at what could you improve. So you don't have to wait for your evaluation from your employer to do this. You should already be doing this week after week after week. So I'd like for you to think about waking up tomorrow morning with a new vision, with a new thought, with a new way to inspire yourself. Pick out some reading material tonight, and when you wake up in the morning, I want you to go to that reading material and open it up first. Don't sit down and look at your phone. Don't sit down and look at email. Sit down to feed your mind with inspiration, positive messaging that will help you if you get derailed during your sales day. It's so important, everyone. I really hope you embrace it. And if you already do that, would you put in the comment section what inspires you? Is there something that you read that inspires you? Would you let me know? On my YouTube channel, and it's marked private, I have all kinds of video clips that I have saved over the years that motivate me, that inspire me in what I do. They're usually different movie clips. In the past, I've shared the one on Michael Phelps swimming. What do you do when no one is looking? He basically trains with a trainer. At the time, he trained with a trainer alone. Many times he was swimming alone to train. What do you do when no one's looking? Right? And I really hope that you collect your own inspirational library of books and videos that help you every single selling day. Well, I hope that this video helped inspire you and gave you some food for thought. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and I'm going to try to sprinkle in more videos on the next podcast. So remember, everyone, sales is a journey, not a quick trip around the block. I'll see you Tuesday. And now I just forgot what podcast I'm doing Tuesday. But I'll be back Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully Facebook will get fixed, but you can also catch it on YouTube and LinkedIn. All right, everyone. Good night, and thank you for being with me. I really appreciate it. You could do anything else, but you watched this inspiring video tonight. Thank you for being with me. Bye-bye.